Home Affairs Minister, Aaron Motsoaledi, is embroiled in a legal battle over his decision to terminate the Zimbabwe Exemption Permits (ZEPs), which granted legal status to around 178,000 Zimbabweans residing in South Africa. A High Court ruling on the 28th of June 2023 found Motsoaledi's termination of the ZEPs unlawful, unconstitutional, and invalid. The court extended the permits for 12 months from the 28th of June, pending a fair process that includes proper public participation, which the court deemed lacking in the initial decision-making process. Motsoaledi has now applied for leave to appeal this decision, arguing that the court had no right to interfere with government policy. The Zimbabwe exemption permits were established in 2009 as a response to the political and economic instability in Zimbabwe, which led to a significant influx of Zimbabwean citizens into South Africa. These permits allowed Zimbabweans to live and work legally in South Africa for a specified period. However, Motsoaledi announced the termination of these permits, citing changing conditions in Zimbabwe and the need to re-evaluate South Africa's approach to immigration and refugee policies. In his bid to challenge the High Court's ruling, Motsoaledi's advocate, William Mokari, argued that the decision to end the ZEPs was a policy decision within the government's prerogative. He contended that the court should exercise deference to executive decision-making, particularly in matters involving policy. Mokari emphasized that the court's role should be limited to assessing the rationality of the decision, not substituting its judgment for that of the government. Mokari further pointed out that the original decision to grant reprieve to Zimbabweans was made due to the dire conditions in Zimbabwe at the time. However, if the government concludes that these conditions have changed, the court should not interfere with the decision to terminate the permits. Motsoaledi also expressed openness to extending the 31st of December deadline for the ZEPs, indicating that the government could revisit the decision based on prevailing conditions, without adversely affecting the ZEP members. On the opposing side, the Helen Suzman Foundation, through its advocate, Carol Steinberg, strongly opposed Motsoaledi's appeal application. Steinberg contended that Motsoaledi's appeal had no prospects of success, and called for a punitive costs order against the minister. She argued that the affected 178,000 people had a legal right to be heard, before regulations impacting their lives were put in place. Steinberg emphasized that natural justice required consultations with affected parties before making such impactful decisions. She highlighted that Motsoaledi did not adequately consult with those affected before announcing the termination of the ZEPs. The Consortium for Refugees and Migrants in South Africa, represented by advocate David Simons, supported the idea of a proper public participation process. Simons emphasized that no one, including the High Court, aimed to interfere with the government's work, but advocated for lawful and just processes. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share and subscribe.